Hello there, everyone. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit Professional Dipshit. And aside from coins I collect books. Now, over here is a shelf full of a variety of books and Blu-rays. I might talk more about those, but in this video I'm talking about Simon R. Green's Deathstalker series and some of Johnathan Maeberry's Joe Ledger series. So this is kind of a review, in my opinion, on it, and how I come across these books. It's quite magical. It's like, so when I go shopping for books to read, it's at a library bookstore. So that way, when you do buy books, the money goes to the local library. And I also go to thrift stores because these are the places you can find the cheapest books. Sometimes you find some gold, sometimes you don't. But most of the books I've ever come across in my life have been hand-me-down through thrift stores and libraries. And these are potentially like the best gold mines because you save money and you support the thrift store and you support the library. So it's a very cool way to give back to your local community, and you don't get, bent over a table for it as far as prices are concerned, like Barnes & Noble. So enough of that shit. The Deathstalker series, it's a sci-fi fantasy. There's espers, there's wampir, which are like these genetically engineered humans that drink blood. So of course, there's some elements borrowed from other places, but they're pretty fucking good. So far, it follows Lewis and Owen Deathstalker. Owen Deathstalker, I think, is the son. Lewis is the father. And the Deathstalker clan, that's what they are. And in the future, the Empire has an emperor or empress, and there's still clans. Like there's the Clan Campbell and Clan Wolf, Clan Campbell, Clan Wolf, Clan Shrek, and there's tons of other clans within the universe, and it's just really cool how there's intrigue with that, and it's a very fantastic sci-fi series, and I like these better than Star Wars. They're more realistic. The Empire in this one is more believable as to how it would react to things. And I just love the sci-fi fantasy elements of the espers and the various aliens, the Hayden Men. The Hayden Men are like cyborg humans that have kind of broke free. There's also Shub, which is like AI that broke away. And there's all, and the art alone for these books, if you've been looking at these, are just, they're awesome. So that is Simon R. Green's Deathstalker series. I also got another one called Moonbreaker. Yeah, it's back there somewhere, but just as good. So that's the Simon R. Green. I would give that series a solid 4 out of 5. There's tons of space battles, action in it. There's when Campbell's Clan Campbells and Wolves go to war. It's like, it's visceral, and it's just all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not going to spoil it. So if you're looking for a badass sci-fi fantasy universe to get lost in, look for the Deathstalker series. They do have some of them on Audible, which I've been listening to there. So you can also find them on Audible if you're interested. Now, Simon R. Green's a cool writer. From what I've read so far, there's not too much political horseshit in there, because usually modern writers like to sneak in political imaging, and their opinions. So aside from that, Deathstalker series, a really cool, badass sci-fi fantasy if you want to read something cool with tons of action and stories and space combat. So this next series of book is also ones I got from a library book sale that someone found. So Joe Ledger is a special agent for the Department of Military Sciences that was created by the president. They answer to the president. So they're kind of their own independent espionage agency. And they also kind of steal the identity of like Department of Homeland Security, CIA, FBI. So they use that as kind of a subterfuge. They're very cool plots. That one has to do with them finding like ancient alien technology. King of Plagues. God, this one, the villain, the King of Plagues, and this one's just a son of a bitch, man. It is real good. So this series, of course, I give 4 out of 5 as well. This one's really cool. It follows There's like these Upierchi, which they're kind of like mutated vampires. Very interesting. So some of these kind of borrow elements. If I had to say the similarities with Simon R. Green and Johnathan Maeberry, is they take cool things from other genres and they blend them quite well in a realistic scenario. And the cool thing about these is he'll throw in historical stuff with the fiction. So sometimes you learn stuff about events in history, which is really cool. This one is the one I started with, the Dragon Factory, which I think is like book 2 with the Jacoby twins. I'm not going to spoil it, but this one was the book that introduced me to Johnathan Maeberry's Joe Ledger series. Again, sometimes these books are hard to read because there's characters you begin to like, and of course they go on dangerous missions and you can figure out what happens. And just some of the stuff that happens in these books, like I had to take a break from reading these because they're just the bad guys in them are so well written, and the shit they do in these books, like it's I'll give Johnathan Maeberry this with these books, is the villains in these books, boy does he have a way of making you fucking just hate them. I'm trying to think of which one was it, Extinction Machine? Anyways, there's one where this woman starts exploiting young, angry, like teenagers, and she like kind of groups them into terrorists, and that one really got under my skin. This one I haven't really gotten to, Kill Switch. It's next on the Audible listening to. But yeah, these series of books, Johnathan Maeberry's Joe Ledger series, fantastic. Sometimes they're hard to read because there's terrorist attacks and stuff, and there's like detail, and it's just the villains are so fantastically written that you like, again, you just have to take a break because you absolutely hate some of these people. So that's my two so far favorite book series: Joe Ledger's series by Johnathan Maeberry and Simon R. Green's Deathstalker series are really fantastic. So if you're looking for something to read in the new year, the Deathstalker series or the Johnathan Maeberry Joe Ledger series, they're very good. You will be entertained, and that's my two like recent or fairly recent collections or favorites so far. So again, all these books totally kick-ass, good reads. Again, I haven't read Kill Switch just yet, but very awesome books. And again, the Deathstalker series, if you love sci-fi fantasy, Espers, which they're kind of like these psychics that can read minds, control stuff, cause people to see things, illusionists, so they're kind of like telepaths, and they can do like amazing things. And of course, there's all kinds of other stuff that I don't want to spoil. Cool book series. And that is my kind of review of Simon R. Green and Johnathan Maeberry. They're two very good, amazing writers, and you will be entertained if you read them. And their stories are great, and I can't really complain about their books and stuff. I don't really have any negatives. The only negatives I would have about Joe Ledger is sometimes he gets a little bit political. He kind of sneaks in some of his like left talking points with Joe Ledger, but it's not to the point to where it's fucking annoying. It's just him kind of as a character expressing some viewpoints and some things. But other than that, pretty solid book series. So both Deathstalker and the Joe Ledger series, 4 out of 5, almost damn near perfect. You will be entertained. And that's it for the book series. I might show off some more. I still have a whole bunch more to read. But as far as those series are concerned, I couldn't suggest the series enough. Deathstalker and Joe Ledger series by Johnathan Maeberry. So that's my two cool favorite writers so far as of late, Simon R. Green and Johnathan Maeberry. So thank you guys for creating such awesome stories for us to read and enjoy. You guys are awesome. Thanks for blessing us with such a cool series to read. And God bless you guys. Hopefully you continue your writing. And yeah, that's where I'll end this review here. That's what I wish to aspire to be. That'd be cool. I've done a little bit of writing. Most of it's shit. But yeah, anyways, so that's my book collection, the Simon R. Green and Johnathan Maeberry.
Money! We gotta make some money!
The sky whispers.